Hey guys, David here again with Northwest Outdoor Adventures, and today we're going to talk about the top 5 mods for the Kawasaki Ninja 250. Now please bear in mind, none of these mods are in a particular order or anything. This is just kind of what I saw as the cheaper end, kind of beginner mods that you would do to this kind of a bike. So, let's jump right in.
Modification number 1.
So our first mod is none other than the Fender Limited Kit. I'm sure as a lot of you guys have seen, the stock Ninja 250s come with a whale tail of a fender on the rear, and something that's really common that people will do is either buy the kit. I can get them anywhere 50 to 100 bucks or so, something like that, and or you can do some kind of a little Dremel job and just kind of whack it off on the end yourself, which is free, but it'll look way worse. Up to you guys.
Modification number 2.
Our second modification is the very famous exhaust. So that's practically the first thing most people mod on any of the bikes they buy, and it's no different with the Ninja 250. And there's a ton of options out there, so I'll put a link to one option down below. I mean, you can get exhaust slip-ons from anywhere from, low hundreds or sub hundreds even to, upwards of $500+ if you want to get a full system. Along with the exhaust, we would recommend doing rejetting your carbs and probably upgrading your air filter at the same time. So I'd lump all of those things into one modification just because people tend to do them all at the same time, usually buy them in kits and things like that. So that's probably the biggest mod out of all of these, and that's probably the most popular.
Modification number 3.
Modification number 3 is near and dear to my heart as a commuter of a motorcycle rider. I really enjoy comfort when I ride, and the stock seat on the Ninja 250 is nothing to brag about. And so I would say upgrading the seat to some kind of memory foam or something like that. I'll put a link down to a seat below that I personally like. Again, you can find these anywhere from 20 bucks for a crappy little slip-on one, upwards of $300–400 for a custom one. Just kind of up to you how much you want to spend on it, but I think the stock seat it definitely needs an upgrade if you're looking at longer term trips or things like that, or a long commute. So, look into it, something cheap and easy to do if you want it to be.
Modification number 4.
Our fourth modification can save you big bucks in the long run. It's none other than the frame sliders. For, in between 30 to 100 bucks, you can get yourself a pair or a set of frame sliders, and that'll save you big bucks if you drop your bike or slip it down or fall down or whatever. Any kind of things that might damage your plastics, these frame sliders should protect them and keep that money in your pocket.
Modification number 5.
Modification number 5 is a must-have for pretty much anyone that travels or commutes or does anything that's on their bike for a long time, and that is the USB charging station. So if you don't want to end up with a dead phone out in the middle of nowhere, it's probably in your best interest to get yourself a USB charging station. They're super easy to put together. You can install one in hours very easily. You can buy a kit from Radio Shack or whatever for under 20 bucks. I'll put a link down below to something that you can put together yourself. And yeah, I think it's a must-have, so do it. Now that top 5 is just personal preference, of course, and I do have some honorable mentions that could have easily made it in the top 5, but they just slipped right out. And that would be number 1 is probably flush-mounted turn signals. Again, easy to install, look cool, and not too much trouble. Another big thing is saddlebags or some kind of storage equipment for the long haul, or a tank bag, something like that. I mean, that's not technically a modification if you're just doing a bag or something like that, but some kind of rack or something to carry extra luggage or equipment can really help you out if you're commuting or if that's your only means of transportation. So I'll put that on the back burner. And yeah, if you guys have any other suggestions for any other modifications that you think should have made it to the top 5 or that are worth an honorable mention, go ahead and say it in the comments down below. Maybe provide a link if you can. And thanks for watching. See you guys in the next video.